So, in the Multiverse Madness trailer, you can see some robots, or the bots, that are escorting Stephen Strange to, well, what we know right now as the Illuminati that we think it is. We can see we can see the bots appear. I think it's about 3 times in the trailer. One time they're running, and yeah, and there is a theory going around that they are Ultron bots. Now, I think this is a very good theory, and I think it's very valid. But where have they come from? I think that everyone's wondering where these Ultron bots have come from and who created them. And in today's video, I'm going to be explaining who they could be and why it could be that person in a different, obviously, alternate reality. Obviously, it could be someone else as well, but I'll get into that in a minute. If you enjoy this video, please like, subscribe, and yeah, let's get into it. So, in the trailer, obviously, like I said, we can see the Ultron, well, the bots that do look like Ultron from a different reality running and obviously escorting Strange to what we know is the Illuminati. And I do think that it is a Hank Pym variant that created this, Ultron bot. I think that'll be very cool as well. Obviously, as we know in the comics, Hank Pym actually did create the Ultron bot. It wasn't Tony Stark. Obviously, the comics are a bit different, obviously to the MCU. And yeah, Hank Pym was responsible for the creation of Ultron in the comics. And I think obviously there's many different realities in the MCU now, as we know. And I think there's probably more than one reality, definitely, that Hank Pym has created the Ultron bots. It was his creation and idea of the Ultron bots, and obviously that was let loose, and the Avengers obviously had to stop them. Ultron is obviously the same as he is in the comics. It's the same as the MCU version, just created by a different person with Tony Stark, which obviously makes a lot of sense. But I think if we do see the superior Iron Man, it could either be him, that created the Ultron bots, and maybe he succeeded, like I said in a previous video, he succeeded in putting a suit of armor around the world. That could be him, and that obviously is a good reason why it could be him. Obviously, it makes a lot of sense. But I think Hank Pym, it'd be cooler to see Hank Pym create. Obviously, as we've seen in the past, Tony Stark has obviously already done it, and it would show us that Hank Pym obviously has created Ultron, and kind of link back to the comics a lot with the Ultron creation from Hank Pym's idea. Obviously, in the Avengers game as well, it does it does look like hopefully in the future, if we do get Ultron, it does look like Hank Pym's bot will become Ultron, and it will obviously be his creation and his fault that Ultron was created in the Avengers game. So I think that also links to the comics as well, and I think in the MCU it would be perfect to add obviously Ultron in as well. Maybe not as it would be nice to see him as a hero as well. It'd be a different sort of atmosphere seeing him as the hero and helping the Illuminati, obviously getting Stephen Strange and everyone else, as that's probably their job and that's what they have to do now. That's obviously on their radar to get Strange, Wanda, and America Chavez. But like I said, I do think that this is Hank Pym's creation. It could be, and I hope it is, because it's a very cool theory, and I really hope it's true because it makes a lot of sense linking to the comics and many other resources that Hank Pym has done in the past. Obviously, like I said, it is his creation, and like with many alternate realities, it does make sense that Hank Pym would create Ultron in alternate realities. As we know, Hank Pym does create a lot. You know, he created the Ant-Man suit, he created the serum for it as well, like that we see in Endgame, that can make them go back in obviously time, that help them. So I obviously do think that this is a very cool theory, and I hope it does come true. Obviously, it could just be Superior Iron Man's creation of Ultron, which would also make sense, and it probably is. But I think having Hank Pym variant in the MCU is very cool, and it doesn't have to be the same actor. Obviously, as we've seen in the Avengers game, they could just do it like that. Younger version, different version, whatever. They can do what they want with this now. It's the MCU multiverse. There's endless possibilities now, and I think this Hank Pym theory is cool. So, tell me what you guys think of this. I'm sure it's a short video. It's a quick theory that I think may come true. Tell me what you think about it. Hope you have a good day, and goodbye.